They moved in for peace, but what they found was never meant to be seen. A wall that bleeds, a man who crawls from the ceiling, a door that should never open. These aren't just ghost stories, they're warnings. And once you watch them, she might start watching you. Story 1. Flat 9F. She watches from the wall. On a rainy evening, Ryan, Layla, and their son Zane move into a damp, rundown council flat. Flat 9F was cheap by London standards. Zane, "Mummy, someone inside the wall is watching me." Layla, "It's just your imagination, sweetheart." That night, Layla hears scratching from inside the wall. Slow, deep, like fingernails dragging. The warning. The next morning, Layla meets their downstairs neighbor, Mrs. Elwood. Mrs. Elwood, quietly, "You've moved into 9F?" That was her flat. The faceless woman. Layla, "Faceless?" Mrs. Elwood, she peeled her own face off, disappeared into the walls. They say she watches through the cracks, waiting to wear someone else's face. Zane's drawings. Every morning, Zane draws the same figure, a woman with no face. Each day, it gets more detailed. "Zane, she said she wants my face now." The wall bleeds. One afternoon, Layla wipes a stain off the wall, and red liquid seeps out. Fresh blood. But Layla stumbles back, gasping. The red liquid continues to seep through the plaster, thick and slow. Ryan, entering. "What the hell? Is that blood?" Layla, "Zane was right." Ryan touches the wall, then recoils. It's warm. From the hallway, Zane calls out. Zane, nervous. She's coming tonight. Midnight rain lashes against the windows. Ryan is asleep. Layla lies awake, staring at the wall, suddenly knocking. Not at the door, from inside the wall. Knock, knock, knock. Layla whispers, "Please, go away." The wall bulges slightly, like something is pressing from the inside. Zane screams from his room. Layla rushes in. "Zane, she's in the wall. She was crawling out." A long, bloody handprint now stains his bedroom wall. Mrs. Elwood's secret. Next morning, Layla bangs on Mrs. Elwood's door. Layla, desperate, "Tell me who she was. I need to know." Mrs. Elwood. "She was called Eliza Murrin, used to live in 9F, alone. She believed her beauty was cursed, that her face brought death to those who loved her." Layla, "What happened?" Mrs. Elwood. "She mutilated herself, said she didn't want anyone to look at her again. They found pieces of her skin, but never the body." Mrs. Elwood looks up gravely. "She didn't die, love. She slipped into the flat." Zane's disappearance. One evening, Ryan returns home from work. Ryan, "Where's Zane?" Layla, "He was in his room, drawing." They search the flat. Zane is gone. Window locked. No sign of escape. On the wall, a new drawing. A boy without a face, holding hands with a faceless woman. The mirror room. In desperation, Layla smashes the living room mirror. Behind it, a hidden crawl space. Inside, candles, Bon. Hearts. Torn out pages of faces cut from magazines. Ryan and Layla crawl in and hear Zane crying. They find him curled in the corner, his skin cold. Zane, weak. She wanted me to forget you. A deep growl echoes. They turn. Eliza. Pale, bloody, faceless, but with a dozen stitched faces hanging like masks around her neck. She lunges. The burning Ryan throws a candle. The crawl space catches fire. The flat burns. Screams echo from the walls. They escape, carrying Zane out. Firemen arrive. Flat 9F is destroyed. 1 year later, the Malicks move into a new home. Warm, safe. Zane is quiet. Draws again. One morning, Layla checks his sketchbook. It's a new picture. A happy family. And a woman with no face. Zane, quietly. She said she's not finished yet. Story 2. The man in the loft. He watches when you sleep. The new flat. Ellie moves into a small, top-floor flat with her daughter, Ava. It's cheap, quiet, and a bit dusty. As they settle in, Ava stares at the ceiling. Ava softly, "Mummy, who lives up there?" Ellie, "No one, sweetie. It's just a loft." But that night, Ellie hears crawling above her ceiling. Slow, dragging sounds. The hidden hatch. While cleaning, Ellie finds a loft hatch in the hallway ceiling. It's nailed shut. She asks Mr. Harrow, the landlord. Mr. Harrow, grinning. "Old place. Best not to go poking up there. Bad insulation and memories." At night, Ava wakes up screaming, "Ava. He's watching me." From the hole in the ceiling. Ellie finds a tiny hole drilled through the ceiling, directly above Ava's bed. The footprint. After another night of noise, Ellie climbs a ladder and shines a flashlight into the loft. Nothing, just dust. But as she's coming down, she notices on the ceiling board a single barefoot print. Too fresh to be old, too small to be hers. The police report. Terrified, Ellie reports everything to the police. Inspector Holloway, reviewing. "We've had 3 other tenants go missing from this building. All lived in top-floor flats." Later that night, Ava draws something terrifying. A skinny, pale man with no eyes, curled in the corner of their loft, smiling. The night vision. Ellie sets up an old phone on night vision to film Ava's room overnight. The next morning, she checks the footage. At 3:17 a.m., the loft hatch creaks open. A thin arm reaches out. Then slowly, a man. Down, watching Ava sleep for over an hour, never blinking. He then crawls back up. The trap. Ellie and Inspector Holloway plan a trap. That night, Holloway hides in the kitchen with a torch. At 3 a.m., the hatch opens again. A gaunt, naked man with hollow sockets drops down silently. Holloway shines the torch. The man screeches, not like a human, more like an animal. He scrambles back up the loft. But this time, they're ready. Inside the loft, the police break open the loft. Inside they find stolen children's clothes, half-eaten food, dozens of Polaroid pictures of Ava taken from the ceiling hole, bones, And in the corner, a child's diary from a girl who lived there 10 years ago. Last page reads, "He only comes down when no one's watching. He likes the quiet." The escape. The loft man is never found. Ellie freezes. We're on the ground floor. Story 3. The third door. What shouldn't be opened. The flat share. Thomas and Jordan rent a 2-bedroom flat in a Victorian-style house split into units. Rent is cheap. The flat is cozy, except for one odd thing. There's a third door. It's not a cupboard, not a bathroom, no keyhole, no handle. It's just there, completely sealed. Thomas, joking, maybe it's cursed. Jordan laughs it off, but that night, they hear knocking. Coming from behind the door, Olivia's warning. Upstairs neighbor, Olivia, bumps into Thomas in the hallway. Olivia, hesitant. "You're in flat B? You know about the third door, right?" Thomas, "Yeah, it's just decoration." Olivia, "It opens, eventually." First movement. One evening, Thomas sees something strange. The sealed door now has a tiny gap at the bottom. Cold air leaks through. He calls Jordan, but Jordan doesn't answer. He finds Jordan sitting in his room, staring at the wall, pale. Thomas, "You all right?" Jordan, blankly, "She called me from behind the door. She said I could be with her forever." Disappearances. The next day, Jordan is gone. No note. Phone left behind. Only sign. The third door is now slightly ajar. Maybe an inch open. Thomas nails it shut in panic. That night, he hears a girl crying behind it, whispering. Voice, female whispering, "Don't leave me alone again." The landlady returns. An old woman knocks at the door. The landlady. First time Thomas has seen her. She looks ancient, eyes clouded, voice raspy. Landlady, "The door opened, didn't it?" Thomas, "What the hell is behind it?" Landlady, coldly, "My daughter. I sealed her in years ago." She hands Thomas a rusty key. Landlady, "Once it opens fully, you'll either join her or feed her." Final night. That night, Thomas wakes to a loud creaking. The third door is now wide open. Darkness inside. From within, a figure crawls out. A girl, pale, twisted, her head twitching, no eyes, blood-soaked dress. She whispers, "You live here now, with me." Thomas runs. He locks himself in his room. Morning comes. He opens the bedroom door. There's nothing outside. No hallway. Olivia's new flatmates. A few weeks later, a new pair of students move in. Olivia watches from upstairs. The flat is repainted, clean, fresh, except for that odd third door in the hallway. The new tenant chuckles. "What's this? A secret room?" From behind it, a whisper. "Don't leave me alone again."